Thank you for coming to my office. This divorce must be hard on you.
I am just worried about my kids.
That is good to hear. Please tell me about your kids.
Savannah is 6 and Todd Jr. is 4.
What are their personalities like?
Oh, they are just normal kids. They like to watch me play Xbox. And watch me play air hockey. And watch MMA with me.
Do your kids have any interests that don't involve you?
Hold on. Hey, Mom, can you come in here a minute?
That's okay. I will talk to your mom later.
That reminds me. My mom said I should get a DNA test.
Do you think that someone else might be the father of the kids?
No, I mean a DNA test for my wife.
Do you think that you and your wife might have the same father, thereby invalidating your marriage?
No. I mean the other kind of DNA test. You know, where they put a Q-tip in her and see if any other men left their DNA in her. They will probably have to swab all the holes, too, if you know what I mean.
I am not aware of any labs in our area that do this kind of testing. Where did you hear about this?
I was talking to Savannah about it.
Fantastic. So why do you think your wife filed for divorce?
She just don't appreciate all the stuff I did for her.
Such as
when I joined the army, to defend her freedom.
How long were you in the army?
8 months.
That is a curiously short term of enlistment.
Oh. Well. I heard that my kids were sad when I was gone doing training. Special Forces training. And so I asked my commanding officer if I could go home. And he said that I was doing real good and had done 6 years worth of army stuff in 8 months, so I could go home early.
You are a regular Audie Murphy. So I suppose your kids are eligible for veterans benefits, then?
The papers didn't go through.
And I suppose there would be a record of your totally honorable discharge.
Well, they don't keep that stuff for the Special Forces guys. Because it's secret. And I lost all my medals and papers and stuff in a boating accident.
I am sorry for your loss.
And my wife doesn't appreciate everything I did to help her lose weight.
Did she ask you for help with diet and exercise?
Well, no. She hadn't really noticed how fat she'd got since we got married, and she'd got real fat. So I let her know, that it was embarrassing for her to be so fat. And I helped keep her motivated to lose weight.
Tell me about your motivational techniques.
Little things, Like I'd make beeping noises when she backed up, like she was a truck or something. Or I'd take pictures of her stretch marks while she was asleep and post them on the internet. And then for Christmas me and the kids got her a pig costume.
You? And the kids?
Yeah, I asked them what farm animal mommy looked most like and they said pig, so we got her a pig costume. You should have seen how much the kids laughed when I made her try it on. Ha 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 ha.
Did it work?
Yeah, she's back in shape now. I think that helped her self-esteem a lot. And then she went and cheated on me.
Why do you think she was cheating?
Oh, I know she was cheating. Like, for a while, she used to wear sweaters and turtlenecks all the time. Now she wears tank tops a lot. I think she is trying to get men to look at her boobs.
When was she wearing those heavier clothes?
Around Christmas time.
And you realize that it is now July, and we live in a temperate zone. In the northern hemisphere.
So are you saying that she might not have been cheating?
The weather may have affected her clothing choices, yes.
See, that's why I wanted a girl lawyer. You know how girls think.
Yes. Well, I can see how you would have difficulty understanding someone's thought process. It must be very unfamiliar for someone like yourself.
It's just upsetting, Like, when you get married, to become one, So when some guy looks at her boobs, it's like he's looking at my boobs. And if some guy puts his dick in her, it's like he's putting his dick in me. And that would make me gay.
I'm sure that makes you feel very bad. But don't worry. It gets better.
So what does this complaint for divorce mean, anyway? Do I get to keep my Xbox?
Let's start by talking about the most important part.
Right. So how many men does it say she slept with?
I meant your kids.
Oh, sure. I guess she'd probably just lie about how many guys she slept with anyway.
The complaint asks for the kids to live with you every other week from Thursday after school through Monday when school starts.
Is that the same as 50-50? I mean, I'm not good at math. That's why I hired you, because I figured you would be. Because you're...
It isn't the same as 50-50. Why do you want 50-50?
Hold on a second. Mom, why do you want 50-50?
Sad to say, but if we have a trial on this case, your mother will not be allowed to hold up cue cards for you during your testimony. The evidence rules are fairly clear on that. So why don't you tell me, in your own words, and I mean your singular, not your plural, meaning your words and your mother's words, why this custody schedule is not good for your kids?
My wife isn't a very good mom. My kids deserve a better mom, like my mom.
Why do you think your wife isn't a very good mom?
The kids don't respect her. Whenever she tells them to do something, they don't pay no attention.
What does your wife do to discipline the kids when they don't pay attention to her?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
I suppose I should have seen that coming. What do you do to discipline the kids?
Usually if they're bad they get the hot sauce.
You put hot sauce on their tongues?
I did that when they were little, but that don't work no more, so now I put it in their eyes.
I can see that discipline will probably be an important issue in your divorce.
I know, right? The hot sauce really keeps the kids behaved. That, and if they're real bad, they get the curling iron. Don't worry, it doesn't leave burn scars. At least not where anyone can see 'em.
Interesting. I know many parents want their children to retain their childhood memories when they grow up, and causing post-traumatic stress flashbacks is a unique way of accomplishing that goal.
And my wife can never get 'em to go to bed, either. They'll be up all night, screaming and calling her a worthless bitch. Now when I'm in charge, I turn off the lights, turn on the vaporizer, and they sleep all night.
Vaporizer?
Yeah, my uncle lives in California and has a prescription for pot, so I figure my kids can have it too because they have the same DNA.
It's a wonder your marriage lasted this long.
Yeah, and that worthless bitch abused me, too.
How so?
A few years ago, she bit me and it left a mark. I should have pressed charges.
Where was the bite mark?
On the inside of my arm.
I can't say I am an expert on hand-to-hand fighting techniques, but it seems to me that a bite to the inside of the arm would be an impractical way to start a fight with someone. Is your wife a vampire, perhaps?
Well, she started it because I asked her real nicely to shave her legs. And she said, I don't wanna, I am in labor, blah blah blah, and was just being all crazy, and Savannah was right there. And I heard that it's bad for kids to see their mom act like that, so I had to restrain her.
You restrained her?
Yeah, just like they do in the MMA. Like this.
How long did you have to restrain her?
Just a few minutes, until she passed out. I can't believe she'd put the baby at risk like that.
I am sure it's important to have shaved legs when giving birth. You wouldn't want one of those stray hairs to scratch the baby.
So am I gonna have to pay child support?
Possibly. How much money do you make?
I get $660 a month in disability.
I am sorry to hear that you are disabled.
Oh, it's not for me. It's for Mr. Garvin, who lives down the street from my mom and me. He has Alzheimer's disease, so the government pays me to take care of him.
In-home healthcare is a demanding job.
It's pretty rough, you know. I have to go over there once or twice a month, bring him some ramen noodles, change out the rat traps, that sort of thing. And if the worthless bitch is bothering me, I hide out at his place.
I see that the superhuman potential for achievement you showed in the Special Forces has served you well in civilian life.
What's that, Mom? Oh, yeah, she wanted me to ask if we could bring Mr. Garvin in here to make a new will.
Let's focus on the divorce for now. What else do you do for money?
I work construction sometimes, but they pay me cash so the bitch doesn't steal it. And my mom helps me out. And I spend a lot of time looking for jobs. Like, all day.
That's nice. Because I've got a copy of your Facebook page in front of me and it says that you updated your Farmville 204 times yesterday.
See, there you are, being good at math again.
I wanted to mention some of these things you posted on Facebook. Quote, Savannah is going to town on a popsicle. She's gonna make some guy real happy lol. Bitch just left me. That's the last mistake she'll ever make. Lol. What do you call a black man with no arms or legs? Unquote.
I think those are funny jokes. My mom says I should be a stand-up comedian. But it's okay, I'll just delete my profile.
Speaking of documents going missing, your wife says that you have her driver's license, her social security card, her clothing, the kids' favorite toys, and all her family photos and heirlooms.
Don't have them.
When was the last time you saw them?
Couple weeks ago, in Mom's house, in the living room, in the fireplace. But I think we did the right thing. It helped us get closure.
You are actually the most financially secure client I have met in 2 months, so I have no choice but to accept your case.
About that. Is it okay if I pay you in dogs? Because I think I'm going to be a dog breeder. They make good money real easy.
I only accept payment in cash, money order, debit card, or animals that I could eat if I had to.
No problem, I can get cash. Hey Mom.